the fall, the very first fall regional that we had. But for this FaZe team, they're pretty good.
Gosh.
However, Achieves, it's a little different today. Shad gets a big 50 and Complexity get the first goal.
It was always going to be just drive the ball up the sidewall. Interesting, because both teams certainly going to be more than happy with the dump and chase, because the boost game, like we said, is going to be quite important. First killer actually misses the first shot, pulls out the defender, and somehow able to squeeze it into the top of the net. Okay.
I mean, Razebull's just got to come up with that touch.
And FaZe going to hold him off one more time.
Not a lot of boost here for first killer. Rips it off the back wall, and it comes for free for AJ. Nobody challenges FaZe, and they get the goal.
Let's see here. Razebull too aggressive, and AJG just crossed up on the goal line. Had plenty of boost, but I mean, just couldn't.
Crossbar, rebound,
and
it's saved by Typical. Comes across. Shad rips another one up. Gets the demo.
Okay.
Razebull scores a Complexity tie.
Way to stick with that, Shad. Had a couple different looks at it. Finally gets one more time, and even that's high, but it's okay. His teammates all there, and Razebull will deliver. Shad was trying to take a super aggressive line there to make sure he was the first one to the ball. And if it had been a target, I think they score, but it's going to drip into the middle for AJG. Razebull will deliver a game-winning pass. What a setup. And Complexity going to push FaZe down a notch.
F. What do you make of it?
Chaos, man. Listen, you know, this FaZe Clan team has been ultra hot lately, but this
Before the first regional and thinking, I think he could be the right piece for Torrent in that puzzle.
Ooh.
But how about what's going on the pitch right now in Aquadome? Razebull gives Complexity the early lead.
Really great lift from AJG. Forces first killer up, and honestly, not a bad touch. First killer has to get up that early. Take
Against a team like Complexity.
Certainly does. But that being said, I was kind of noticing at the end of the last game. Oh my gosh.
What were you noticing?
That Typical just got absolutely obliterated by how disgusting this looks. What?
What? Shad pushed it into AJG's hood. And it
Complexity, unfortunately for them, still not enough. Time continuing to tick down. Only 2 minutes left.
Up in front. FaZe finally breaks through. Last man in net couldn't get up there in time. Typical.
There's
strikes.
2 people in net, actually. Razebull here. He doesn't even jump, and I don't know why. Like, he had 74.
Ooh, he wins the next touch, too. Razebull deletes one defender. Has control. Razebull takes it to Shad and gets the 2-goal lead back.
Oh, it's not even fair. First killer rotating back, sees his teammate get demo, knows he's in the one-on-one. Actually pretty well positioned, but that hard cut from Razebull. First killer couldn't.
First killer to be there, who was actually playing the loss on the 50. He gets a nice touch back to first killer. Back to AJ. I love the touch. And FaZe, the creativity breaks through.
Now that's the real play for FaZe. A lot of misdirection and big fake plays where they can just take the ball away from a defense that's been sitting back on the goal line and up on.
Up with the touch. They're all talking about never quitting on the play. He's going to have to stay at work. Here comes Typical. Oh, what a goal. Tie game.
How does Typical just get through for free here? Shad goes to try and steal midfield boost. He's doing nothing. Razebull's right under Typical and can't do anything. AJG's on the backboard, so he can't defend the ball.
The ground on the wall, taken away by Shad. And all those options covered on defense, but still FaZe pressed forward. Typical again! The hat trick gives FaZe the Aquadome victory in game 2.
What a touch from first killer. Bombed it across the pitch, and AJG can't blame him that time. That cross was just too good. Again, taking it well away from the defenders, deep towards the midfield line. Nobody able to go out there and really challenge it, and Typical perfect.
I mean, those small touches are still kind of messing up their rotations too, but that's a nice touch. Back to Razebull! Oh my goodness. No one saw that redirect coming. 1-0.
I want to hit this one all the time, and Razebull showing me how to do it. What? He even flipped at the
first killer off the kickoff. Start to push for FaZe. Got a nice dribble and the demo and the goal! First killer drives through the defense. And FaZe tied up.
No chance here for the defense. First killer, that's a great air dribble. Perfect demo. And AJG, how can you
next up? And first killer, pass in front, but it's over to Shad. AJ forced into the air, rebounds clear, goal! Complexity have taken the lead in the series.
They deserve the win, to be honest, to be under pressure for almost the whole game. And finally, one time, AJ doesn't actually have the boost to execute on the play he goes for. Would have been better just driving up the backside of the net, trying to come out and make the save. Honestly, either way, I think he would have been dead to rights. But Complexity, that was right out the...
Oh, not what I'm casting in F.
You did say Vamos Energy at the start.
I did say Vamos Energy. I did say... Man, put me on the spot. I picked Complexity.
I'm saying yes.
I'm thinking,
yes. Let's see it.
Your first killer said, "Shut up, M. Dot."
He said
No,
no.
never mind, I gotta go. Bye.
That's a juicy one too. Ooh.
Go hide in your corner, F. Dot. We'll call you when you're ready.
So you're see in the midfield, but again, not too surprised. FaZe know they don't have to press too hard, and that actually could be very problematic. Oh no. This was a disaster if you're FaZe. Just an unlucky hit right here off of first killer's car. AJ 100% had the challenge, or at least he should have had.
Oh, and it relieves some of that pressure that would have been built from the earlier mistake.
Trying to figure out what's going on here.
Oh,
no, he missed. What? He's on the goal line, and he overdrives his approach. Look at this. It's a slow floater across. Shad knows it's going to be a shot, and just way too aggro. I think he maybe got a little bit scared of a bullet.
Touch, it's got to be typical to hang on to the rock. AJG, no 50 for him. Shad needs a boomer. He sees AJG, and it's killed. We're going to game 5 for the second time on the main stream.
FaZe, don't give me a heart attack, guys. I need you to.
Turns instead, AJG's playing the back line. He's got the touch out. That's a risky pass, but Rayful made it happen. Loose ball in front. Dunk! Goal!
Oh my goodness! Razebull got all the way on the outside. First killer had no idea that challenge was going to go that way. And Razebull makes a prayer of a pre-flip, ends up dunking the clear attempt into the corner. Complexity gonna hold off FaZe.